Okay. I really do think that you were in this energy of trusting yourself more, pouring into yourself more, and accepting the things about yourself that you don't like. Accepting parts of yourself that you haven't shown love to, and really nourishing those parts of yourself. I feel as though you're really taking the time to realize how amazing you truly are, even if you're alone, even if you don't have anyone, any loving partner with you. It's okay to just love yourself, because at the end of the day, we come into this world alone and we leave it alone, and we have to love ourselves during that process. It makes life so much easier when we love ourselves, when we accept every part of ourselves, even the parts of ourselves that we don't like. It's just like, hey, I see you, I acknowledge you, I love you. It's something you can say to yourself in the mirror every day, and it's a beautiful way to just form a closer connection with yourself. Because the relationship that you have with yourself, above all else, is the most important connection that you will ever have in your life. Starting with the Fool card here and the Star card, I do feel like you're in this state of truly starting over, okay? Of figuring out who it is you are, figuring out what it is you want in love and life. I feel as though you are just going with the flow, going with the wind, going where your heart desires, and pouring into yourself and pouring into other circles and other groups of people that you feel deserve your energy and your time. And you're choosing to be very selective about that, especially here with the Four of Swords. You're choosing where you want to go and when you want to take a step back, and who you want to give your energy to, and you're not allowing anyone to tell you where you can go and who you can give to, or who you can love. At the end of the day, you're doing what's right for you. And that's the energy and the mentality that I feel like will permeate through the rest of the month for you. And I feel like that's an energy you need to stay with. Be aware of where the universe is trying to guide you. Be aware of what your gut instinct is telling you, and allow yourself to, during those times where your anxiety rises or that negative chatter starts to, rise in your own mind, in your own head, allow yourself to love yourself, to be kind to yourself, to be patient with yourself, to take a step back, to rest, to not move so fast all the time. It's okay to go from the Fool to the Four of Swords. It's okay to be out there in the world and then go back into your shell and really replenish yourself. It's okay. Okay, I do see that with this light-hearted, kind, just loving, accepting energy, that you are actually, I don't know, connecting with other people that want to bring value into your life. You're pouring into yourself, and you're kind of attracting others that want to pour into you. So I think that's a really beautiful place to be in this month. So definitely keep that energy. Keep that energy up. All right, moving right along into love. What is the overall love energy for you this month, Sagittarius? Ooh, being single and standing in your power. I feel like even if you're in a relationship with someone else, I feel like even if you're talking to someone else, you really are continuing to stand in your power. You're not letting anyone tell you who you need to be, tell you what to do and when to do it or how to do it. You are yourself, and nobody is going to take that away from you. I feel like you're truly enjoying who you are right now and just your freedom. You know what I mean? And I feel as though even if you're in a relationship or trying to get into one in the near future, you want, at the core of it, you want to keep that independence on every level, financially, emotionally, mentally, All right. Looking into the person that you are connecting with and or thinking about, how do they feel towards you? We have the Lovers, could be connecting with a Gemini. Ooh. How does this person feel towards you? You know, you have a lot of single cards, so I do feel like you were in a situation with someone who, hold on one second, I lost a couple of cards. Okay, I feel like you were in a situation with someone who really did feel a very strong soul connection to you, and still does feel a very strong connection to you, but does feel like the relationship is over. Either you walked away or they walked away. You both decided to break up and it was a mutual decision, but they do feel like it's done. If this is the end, but they still feel so strongly to you. They still feel that like unconditional love, that soulmate love, that soulmate tie. They think about you a lot actually, and they still do have a lot of attraction towards you physically, emotionally, and mentally. They think about you a lot, though. They pine for you a lot. This is someone who definitely pines over you. Okay, how do you feel towards them? Could be connecting with the water sign here with the 6 of Cups and the 9 of Cups as well. How do you feel towards them, Sag? Drama. You feel like they're just a little bit too dramatic. The situation's just too much for you. It's too much. I feel like you might, yeah, it's a toxic situation. And I think that whole, like, them still feeling that soul tie to you, but knowing that it's done, reminiscing about you, pining over you, still desiring you in every single way. And you're over here like, yeah, you're toxic and I know it. You're toxic and I know it, you know? It's like contradictory energies. They're still in love, but they're okay, but they know it's over. And you're like, oh no, I have no good feeling towards you. I mean, you still feel like some sort of attraction to them physically, I want to say. But other than that, you don't have any loving feelings towards them, towards this person, because I feel as though you know exactly who they are, you know? And there's nothing, I don't feel like there's anything that could change your mind as far as that goes. Like, it's like, I know who you are. You don't have to, there's no love here. There's no love here for you. There's nothing you can do to get that love. All right. If you're in a no contact situation, so there's no contact from you, Sag, because you're starting over. You're starting over. You're starting over with yourself, and you're growing much more stronger and more secure. And I feel like you might, if you're with someone else in a new relationship, you're in a much more loyal and secure, stable connection. You know, you're not in this mess anymore. Okay. And if you're not already in something new, you're definitely manifesting it. And that's where your focus is. So that's why you're not in contact with them. Why are they not in contact with you? Let's see here. All right. So I get 2 stories for this, but I feel as though I don't think that they're good enough for you. With the 7 of Pentacles, could be connecting with an earth sign here, but they don't feel like they're good enough for you. At the same time, they do have a lot of feelings for you still. And like they want to show it to you, but I don't think they even feel like they can show it to you. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to be receptive to it at all. So they feel all of this love, this connection, this soul tie. They know that the relationship is over. They still pine for you. They still desire you, but they don't feel good enough to come forward and actually tell you that. To actually open the doors and be like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Can we talk about this? What do they want? What do they want when it comes to you? Sometimes the cards take a minute. Whenever you're ready. What do they want? I think it's pretty clear what they want. But they don't even know how to go about approaching you. You know? I feel like they really want to be alone. I feel like they're more hurt over this than you are, to be honest with you. I feel like they're at a state where they're like, I need to be alone and kind of lick my wounds, because they're feeling the swords in their, you know what I mean? Like, they're feeling the swords in their back from the relationship ending. And it doesn't matter if, like, you were the one who was wronged. It doesn't matter. They're still hurt by the situation, no matter who wronged who or who was the bad guy here. They feel this need to kind of just be alone right now. Why the Hermit? Why the Hermit? Okay. Yeah, we have like the six of wands, and then we have the two of cups. It's like, I'm trying to move away from this, although I feel a connection. I feel these swords in my chest still, although I have overflowing emotions towards you. So they need to kind of deal with their own emotions right now. They really, really do want to. I feel like this is someone who does want to be with you still. But they're trying to move away from the situation because they're like, I'm clearly not good enough. They don't feel good enough for you. They don't. And they're still really hurt. They're still really hurt over this. And they're trying to move away, but they don't want to move away. What do you want? I feel like you're ready to kind of just cut ties completely if you haven't already. With the Ace of Swords and the Temperance card, I feel like you may at some point, for some of you, I get two stories. So for some of you, the first story is you want to reconcile and like have a conversation and kind of just clear the decks, get some clarity about what happened so that you can move on bigger and better, you know? And then for the other half of you, I feel like you just want to like cut ties completely and balance yourself out. Just focus on pouring into yourself, balancing out your energy and your heart chakra, you know? Take that how it resonates though, but I do feel like for the majority of you, you're just ready to cut ties. For the other half though, you do want to just have that one last conversation. Okay, talking about new love though, for those of you who are single, what's coming for new love for Sag? Because I feel like it's already here. I feel like it's already here. New love for Sag. I feel like you're so interested in just like being with yourself right now. So it could be a fire sign because we have the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. Okay. So I feel like there will be movement on new love soon. I feel like for a lot of you, your back is kind of turned towards love and it's more so just on enjoying yourself and just kind of fun, fleeting connections and not anything too serious. But I do see a long-term partner coming into view, like coming, because we have the Knight of Cups. So I do see someone coming in to offer you love, and it starting off as something really like a crush, like a secret crush, and then it turning into something more serious. So I do see it coming in, but it will be soon. Just not right now, because I feel like you're really enjoying where you are in life and just your energy, you know what I mean? Doing whatever you want to do for you. What's stopping this past connection from moving forward? I mean, basically just action at this point. Action and like regret almost. Like, I feel like they regret the situation a lot more than you. Like, whatever happened between the two of you, they feel they're really full of insecurity and regret right now. And they have this desire to kind of come back in and talk to you, but they have no idea how to do it because they do want to turn what was like a whirlwind romance into a much deeper love. That's what they want to do. They're trying to walk away. They really are. They're trying to keep their distance. I mean, we have like all of these cards. They're trying to walk away. But at the same time, it's like they do want to be here with you. They do want to be pure with you. They do want to be honest with you. Okay. They want to ride in. They want to ride in with all that passion, with all that love that they feel and offer it to you. What's the most likely outcome between you and them? What's the most likely outcome? They are thinking hard about you. They feel really, really strongly towards you still, whoever this is. And you're like, new love all day. Hey, bae. Love it. I'm loving the new love energy, but what's the most likely outcome between you and this person? The King of Wands. Clarify that. I feel like the most likely outcome is you continuing to keep your freedom from them. Sorry, it is literally about to storm outside. Hopefully my lights don't turn out before I finish this. Clarify the King of Wands. They're like, I clarified it. It's just the King of Wands. My cards be so sassy sometimes. I can just feel them. I can hear what they say. The King of Wands. I feel like you're going to just choose to be single because I feel like this situation and this past relationship really restricted you. Like, I feel like it took a lot out of you. It took a lot of your energy. It took a lot of your time and effort. And you're just choosing to build yourself back up and love yourself at the end of the day. That's the most likely outcome. I don't really see you getting back together, even if they were to come forward. They do have a lot of passion. They do still pine over you. They do still, like, love you in so many different ways. But I see you continuing to do you. And I think that's a beautiful place to be right now. All right, that's all I have for my Sag fam. Make sure to smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to our soul family if you haven't already. All right, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Stay safe, balanced, and healthy. And as always, I will see you in the next one. All right, bye-bye.